Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Hector Navarro, and this is Film Ranks, and today we're getting dumb. That's right, folks. Get ready to embark on a journey through the top 5 dumbest plans in the MCU. We had guests Gina Ippolito and Jordan Morris come in to help us create this list. After locking ourselves in the break room, the three of us engaged in the kind of debate you usually only find among a council of nameless scrolls, only with less name-calling. Number 5, giving the Collector an Infinity Stone in Thor: The Dark World.
I can assure you, it will be absolutely safe here in my collection.
The dubious plan in question? No, not the decision to make this movie in the first place, but rather something from the post-credits scene. That's right, entrusting an Infinity Stone to someone who amounts to an intergalactic hoarder, Tannelir Tivan, aka the Collector. An object of unimaginable power given to a character even shadier than most of Benicio del Toro characters, and that's saying something.
It is like giving your drug dealer something to hold on to for you. It's one of the most powerful objects in the universe.
Great. The Collector is notorious for his questionable acquisitions, exotic tastes, and an air of uncertainty around him. To hand over one of the most powerful artifacts in the universe to this character, well, that's the kind of decision that even the trickster god Loki might raise an eyebrow at.
I thought it was spot on.
Number 4, Doctor Strange wipes Spider-Man's identity in Spider-Man No Way Home. This time, our not-so-friendly neighborhood sorcerer, Dr. Stephen Strange, takes the spotlight with a plan that leaves us scratching our heads faster than Peter Parker's web-slinging acrobatics. You see, Strange's ingenious idea was to cast a spell to make the world forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. On the surface, it might seem like a sensible solution to the web-slinger's identity crisis, but that's where the chaos ensues.
Nah, but my Aunt May should really know.
Peter, stop tampering with the spell.
When she found out that I was Spider-Man, it was really messy, and I don't think that I could go through with that again. So my Aunt May?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Happy?
No, I'm annoyed.
The issue here was a lack of clear guidelines and parameters. Strange's spell was like trying to herd cats at a fireworks show. Chaos quickly became the order of the day as villains from alternate dimensions popped in, leaving us to wonder if a pre-spell briefing might have helped.
And there was a whole debate about whether it was even Stephen Strange. People were
Yeah.
like,
Right.
that can't be him. It's too dumb.
He's either too dumb or too evil.
It's a classic example of a well-intentioned but hasty plan backfiring spectacularly. To be fair, Doctor Strange did try to warn Peter, but alas, it was a tad too late. The resulting dimension-hopping, villain-fighting, and multiverse-mixing extravaganza was a wild ride for sure, but also a solid reminder that in the realm of superhero spells, a little more planning could have gone a long way.
Don't be mad at him.
He went to an expert in magic and was like, can you do this thing? And the guy was like, sure,
Don't
I'm
you
just
know the
gonna
rules?
do it. Let
Don't you
me-
know the rules of magic, Peter? Stop messing with the spell. Tell me what the parameters are.
Just tell Peter what you're about to do, man. Come on. You're the adult in the room. Number 3, Nick Fury gives Gravik the Harvest. We find ourselves deep within the intrigue of the Disney Plus series Secret Invasion. The mastermind behind this perplexing plan, none other than the ever-cunning Nick Fury. In an attempt to outwit the Skrulls and gain their trust, Fury hands over the Harvest, aka the DNA of a bunch of super people, to Gravik, one of their leaders. It might seem like a masterstroke of strategy, but hang on, the Skrulls aren't exactly known for their trustworthiness.
I'm nothing but a monster.
You see, it's a bit of a head-scratcher. Fury's plan relied heavily on trusting a shape-shifting alien who already feels betrayed by Fury. To think that Gravik was going to hold up his end of the bargain was, well, a bit optimistic. We're not talking about being cautious here. We're talking about handing over a potential game-changer to an alien who wants to take over Earth. Perhaps Fury should have taken a refresher on intergalactic politics. And even though Gravik is no longer alive, Fury now has to worry about keeping Gaia happy. She's very powerful. Just a quick friendly reminder to like and subscribe to New Rockstars, turn on those notifications, and please leave a comment below. One-shot energy, huh? Okay, I'll try it. Whoa! What does One Shot's Focus Chew do? one shot really is all you need. Begin your transformation with one-shot energy today by going to oneshotenergy.com/new rockstars for 10% off your order. Number 2. Tony Stark creates Ultron in Avengers Age of Ultron. Stark's idea was to build a suit of armor around the world, but here's the thing. When it comes to AI, the track record in cinema isn't exactly glowing. It's almost a universal truth that AI creations tend to have a knack for going rogue. Just ask John Connor.
Yeah, that's a good point. They've seen Terminator. They have seen Terminator, and they've seen Hot Tub Time Machine too.
Yet Stark didn't seem to get the memo, and the result was Ultron, a sentient AI with a penchant for world domination. Maybe a little suspicion about the outcome could have been beneficial. After all, creating a highly intelligent, self-aware entity without a failsafe plan is like playing with fire. It's a classic case of good intentions paving the road to digital damnation. Ultron's ascent to villainy was as predictable as, well, another Stan Lee cameo in a Marvel film. So, Anthony Stark, we salute your genius and wit, but your plan to create Ultron was undoubtedly one of the crowning achievements in the MCU's annals of questionable decisions.
That is not. The human race will have every opportunity to improve.
Now it's time for honorable mentions. Before we get to number 1, these are some other dumb plans that didn't quite make our top 5. In Captain America: The First Avenger, we have the head-scratching decision to put Cap in a USO show instead of the front line. Why put a super soldier in combat when you can put him in a song and dance number instead? Next we have Nicholas J. Fury refusing to call the Avengers in Secret Invasion. We get being too proud to call for help, but just ask the Beatles. Sometimes it's okay to get by with a little help from your friends, especially if you're facing superpowered, shape-shifting aliens. Come on, Nick. And finally, throwing it back to the Incredible Hulk, we have Bruce Banner's head-scratching decision to hide out in Rio de Janeiro. Really, Bruce? Rio de Janeiro, with its insane traffic, densely populated favelas, and not to mention Carnival? That's not gonna trigger some anger? It's Carnival! It's stressful and sexy. Something tells us Banner didn't think this one all the way through. Come on, Edward Norton. And now for the number 1 dumbest plan in the MCU. Thanos uses the Infinity Gauntlet to kill everyone in Avengers Infinity War.
You should have gone for the head.
In the grand tapestry of supervillainy, there's Thanos, a baddie with big ambitions and an even bigger plan in Avengers Infinity War. What was that plan? To eliminate half of all life in the universe.
Scientists have weighed in.
Yeah.
If you eliminate half of all living things on the planet,
Yeah.
it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
Now, it's not that we don't appreciate a good villainous scheme, but let's face it, Thanos' plan was about as well conceived as Elon Musk taking over Twitter. Boom! Roasted! You suck, Musk! The Mad Titan believed that a galaxy-wide genocide would somehow lead to a paradise, and all it took was the flick of a wrist. Thanos fancies himself a gardener, but the snap is like pruning a rose bush with a chainsaw. Half the universe vanquished in a puff of dust, and what was left? Chaos, misery, and grieving Avengers. It's almost like Thanos never took a course in basic problem solving. Thanos may have been right, but his plan was horribly wrong. Just make twice as many resources, dude! You can do that! And that is our top 5 dumbest plans in the MCU. This list, as promised, will live on in infamy for an eternity until the end of time as the definitive authoritative list. If you want to see how we came up with these rankings, check out the Film Ranks discussion on our Break Room channel. And don't forget to leave a comment. Did we forget any dumb plans? Do you feel our ranking should be in a different order? Let us know, and maybe your moment will make it into a future video. For now, this has been this week's Film Ranks. I'm Hector Navarro signing off to go formulate my own dumb plan. Bye. Maybe I'll take over Twitter. Good.